All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill. Hey, real quick. To write NA or not to write NA on the blank spaces on documents, that would be on your Patriot Act, because that was one of the things that I was recently told to do in the Social Security block. On the Patriot Act, or on a document that has 6 signature lines, but there's only one person who is signing with you. Do you write NA on the rest of them? Um, Even on the 4506C, there's blank spaces down at the bottom that are for the spouse. And if there's only one person that is listed on there to sign it, do you write NA on all of the other blank spots? So when you say, yes, you should always write NA, the question then becomes, do you write NA on every single document where there's a blank space that is not being used? If you get an option to say select one of these two options, they select the top one. Do you write NA across the second one? And then the other question is, does the person who is receiving the document, the originator of the document, want that done? Because a lot of times we say to do it, a lot of times other people say to do it, but then the question becomes, does the person who sent us the document want us to do that? And in some cases, the answer is yes. But to be honest, I've never had anybody tell me to do that level of NA. There's certain spots that say, well, write NA here or whatever. But it's up to the people who have the document, who originated the document, whether or not it's a part of their policy that those areas be filled in. Now, the reason why most people say do that, and I've heard this since 2018 when I first came into business, is because somebody might put something on the document to keep people from doing something to the document. My question is, when you look at the custodial care of it, from when it gets uploaded to the portal to you taken to the place, scanned back by you, shipped out, delivered by FedEx/UPS, at what point in time does somebody have the opportunity to get a hold of the documents and add additional information in there? Now, if you've scanned the document back and then all of a sudden there's this other information in there, there's somebody named Tom Jones on the document, but it was for Brian Smith who signed it. Well, there's that will be a problem. It's like, okay, where did this come from? And then the first question going to be asked is, at what point did this happen? Who had a who? Because then that means they're coming to you, because they're going to be like, when did you leave these documents exposed to somebody to write Tom Jones on there? Did you just drop them off to the UPS without putting them in the thing and sealing it up and told them to do it for you? You see what I'm saying? That's the question. How would somebody get a hold of the documents, understanding the chain of custody in order to do that? Now, can somebody randomly grab oh, let me take these and open it and go play and write stuff on it? There's a chance that could happen, but the likelihood is very, very low of that happening. You see what I'm saying? So the bigger question is, does the person who receiving the document want you writing NA on there? And that's what we have to understand and ask the question of. So when people are saying, oh yeah, you should write it on there, and somebody commented that you should always do that, and I'm like, okay, but the 4506C, for one person, it has all these blank areas on there, and you have just one person. So on the left hand side, it has the main person who's borrowing. The second side has the spouse. But if that person is either not married or their spouse isn't on the loan, then the question becomes, do you put NA in all of those individual spots on that tax form for the federal government? Because if the premise is on the Patriot Act, you have to put NA in the Social Security area in the grade boxes, because the grayed out boxes on that form means what? That nothing goes there. That's what it means. In the grade boxes, there's that area is no. There's nothing that needs to go there for that particular data point. Then the question is, okay, you fill out the Patriot Act. Do you put NA throughout the whole document on all of the other ID verification spots in there that you didn't use. So when you say put NA in blank spots, you could be spending a lot of time putting NA throughout the whole document. Now the question is, are notaries doing that? Are you spending time writing NA on every single empty spot on the document? Is that which is causing you to spend more time doing the closing? And then is that causing you to get blacklisted because the company that you sent the documents to, that ain't what we wanted. We didn't ask you to do that. Why didn't you just check with us first? So now the question is, will you take the time out and ask the people who sent you the documents, do they want you to do that? Rather than you saying, I'm going to do this because I think it looks more professional. What looks professional to us at the end part as a notary may not look professional to them. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at this check that I just got, and there's an area down here, memo. So should they have written memo? I mean, NA on the memo part? You see what I'm saying? I've seen, I mean, when you look at documents, I'm just sitting here looking at, some of my personal documents. You could have NA just written all over the place. But the question is, where are we getting this thought from? From what I've been told by many, many people, men and women, it's based off of what they do in their W-2 life. Well, over here at my W-2, this is what we do. If there's just empty space, I can't even find, I had something. But sometimes there'll be, like stuff written at the top and then everything is blank. So some people will sit there and they'll do that. So up here is stuff written, but then they'll be like, shh, why did you do that? Well, where I work at, we never have any, if we see blank stuff, we write a line through it. But did the company that hired you ask you to do that? Well, I don't know. Ask them. Don't assume. Because with 22,000 title companies and all of everybody does things a little bit different. So you have to find out from them whether that's something they want you to do. And most people will say, well, I don't want to ask them because I don't want them to think I don't know what to do. But do you? You know what you want to do. See, knowing what you want, knowing what to do versus knowing what you want to do is two different things. You don't know what to do, but you know you want to do something. I don't know if I should cross out. I don't know if I should really add NA, but what I want to do is cross out and add NA. Two different things. And we tend to lean toward what we want to do more so than find out whether we should do something. You need to stop playing around with yourself and just say, let me find out what's to do and get out of pride. Stop operating in this pride thing of, I don't want anybody to know that I don't know. Well, they're going to know you don't know when you do what you want to do and what you did was wrong. You doing what you want to do was wrong. They're going to be like, you don't know what you're doing. And that's worse. You look much more professional when you inquire and you say, hey, and here's how, and I'm going to share with you how to do that. This is how you do it. Yeah, hey, yeah, this is ABC Signing Company. How can I help you? Hey, yeah, this is Stephen Griffin Notary. I have these documents here, and I noticed there's a lot of open blank spaces, like on such and such page, like on this document here, page 2. You have the signature page up there at the top, and then my notary area, and then there's this huge open blank space below my notary area. Some companies prefer me to put a diagonal line across there because they say they don't want somebody going back later and adding additional information there. Some people want us to put NA in any empty block that's remaining after the signer signed. I need to know from your company, is that what you want us to do? That's all you got to say. See, you've already clarified that the reason why I'm asking is because other people have directed me to do this, but I have no direction from you. So I'm seeking direction from you. Do you mind, letting me know? Now, at that point, they can't, how can they get upset with you and like, what kind of notary are you? You don't know that. No, because you really don't. But you just ask them, hey, can you clarify for me? Because of these circumstances. And I've done that many a time when it comes to what is that? The oh gosh. Trust. When you're dealing with a trust document, sometimes they want trustee at the end, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they want all of that trustee verbiage written, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're okay with the trustee verbiage being written below the signature line, and sometimes they are not. The bottom line is simply this: ask and find out. I know for some people, it looks more professional, it makes you feel good. But when we start to, okay, I'm gonna write NA here, here, I'm gonna line through here, and I'm gonna cross this out. Is that what they want? How you doing? Yeah, I see you have these this, that, and the other. So do you want, is it your client? Because remember, the signing company you're talking to, they have a client, the title. Is it your company policy, their policy for me to do that? Because I didn't see anything in the instructions. You just informed them that I've read through your instructions and I didn't see anything indicating whether I should do such and such. So I just want clarification. Because other companies have in their instructions that I should do this. You don't. So I just want to make sure I understand and follow, what you want. Oh, okay, cool. They might come back or they might already know. No, don't do that. You ain't got to write NA on these blocks. You don't have to throw diagonal lines and stuff like that. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And then anybody teaching you that, just ask them the simple question: where did you get that from? What proof do you have that every single company wants that? And guarantee the first thing will say, well, I don't know if every company wants it. I just know the companies that I work with. Then why didn't you lead off with that? You should have said that, okay? You should have said that. And a lot of times that's not being said. So this isn't throwing shade at anybody who feels that you should write NA on everything. All I'm saying is, for those of you who are listening to people who say that, and I've heard that from day one that I've been in this business since 2018, I've always asked the question, where's that coming from? And I've asked several companies, do you want me to do that? And they told me repeatedly no. So when all of a sudden a company that I've never done that for, all of a sudden now they're saying to do it, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to ask them why. If that's what you want, no problem, I'll do it. But the thing is, it's not in the instructions. And if I missed it, then that's on me. And I'm going to go back and look at the instructions to see if it says that in there. And if it does, okay, cool, I missed it. Because we can do that sometimes. We can miss things because we get so much into a habit. And I'm fine with that. And they was gracious enough to let me know so that it wouldn't be counted as an error against me. And then here's the thing. They didn't want all the other blocks in the Patriot Act filled in with NA. Just the one that I filled in since there was no issue date for the Social Security card and there was no expiration date for the Social Security card. Just put NA in those blocks. Not a problem. Did it. They didn't even ask to prove it because they know I'll do it. They say, hey, Griff, do this. Okay, I'll do it. End of story. So that's all I'm saying. So NA or not to NA, find out from the people who contracted you whether or not you should do that. And just roll with that. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.